So I wanted to film a check-in video with you, just an informal chit-chat, like let's catch up, because I've gotten lots of questions and I've been wanting to talk to you, and it just, the last 5+ weeks my baby hasn't been napping for more than 30-minute increments. She's sleeping great at night, but I sleep at night when she sleeps at night. And she's only been napping for 30-minute clips, and it's just enough time for me to like shove some food down my throat and like throw a load of laundry in. So that's why I haven't been posting. It's not that I haven't wanted to share. I have so many things I wanted to share with you guys. It's just there hasn't really been a lot of time during the day for me to do anything like that. But I'm hoping that changes, and I'm just trying to get more organized and kind of falling into the groove with these short naps and working on maybe just filming in like bits and pieces throughout the day. I don't know. So you might see me later in this video. It might be a totally different time of day, and I might have totally lost track of what I was talking about. But that wouldn't really be any different from when I normally talk, because my brain is all over the place. Anyway, so I wanted to address a few things that I've gotten lots of questions about lately. The number one thing being, well, the two number one things being, A, are you going to be posting more often? Again. And B, are you going to post things that aren't just mommy content? And the question is yes, I hope so, to both of those. I have no intention of becoming a mommy vlogger like that, or a mommy content creator like primarily. That's not my intent. That's what I've been sharing a lot of lately, because that's really all that I have had time to like be. And I've always just followed genuinely what I want to share, what's pertinent to my life at the moment. Like, it's real sharing. I don't think to myself, oh, I need to do kitchen organization, so I'm going to reorganize my kitchen. No. If I reorganize my kitchen and share it with you, it's because I wanted to reorganize my kitchen and share it with you. It's not because I thought, oh, I need to do that now because that's, interesting. It's because it's actually what's happening in my life, and that's just always how I've made my content. I don't set up things necessarily. I just go with what I'm doing in my actual life. If I'm organizing my bedside table, that's what I show. If I'm, really into mommy products right now, that's what I'm showing. So that's kind of why it's been a lot of mommy content lately. And also like I said, there just hasn't been a lot of time for me to follow other pursuits. So yes, that's sort of where things are right now. No, it's not my intent to stay there only, but it is going to be a part of my content now. And I understand that's not everybody's cup of tea, and that's okay. That's all right. I do hope to do more organizing stuff in the future, because there's things I need to organize. Like, my office is an absolute crazy mess, and I did a big purge of it last year, but now I need to really organize it, and I want to redo my mudroom, and I do actually want to do a kitchen spruce up, redo my pantry, and do a big deep clean of the whole kitchen. So there are things I want to do. It's just a matter of being a new mommy and kind of navigating that, and trying to also take care of myself and my home. I'm prioritizing those things. Number 1 is my child. Number 2 is my husband. Number 3 is my home. And number 4 is my dog. And in all of that also is myself. I need to take time for myself as well, which I've been trying to squeeze in a couple of baths a week, every week, a 20-minute bath here or there, just to have a little bit of downtime when she's been taking these super short naps, and just making sure that I sleep at night when she's sleeping. So that's sort of where I am right now with my sharing, and I have a whole list on my phone of things I want to share. Yes, a lot of them are mommy related things right now, but like I said, as we settle into more of a routine, she's kind of starting to phase out of the newborn. She's 12 weeks now, she's almost 3 months, she's phasing out of that newborn stage in the next month or so. I knew that the first 3 to 4 months were going to be all about her, all the time, because that's what a newborn needs you all the time. They don't sleep for very long chunks of time. They need constant nursing, they need constant attention. And I'm so happy to be able to do that. I feel so blessed by such a beautiful child that I get to spend my day with. But it has meant that I've had to put my own separate interests, such as sharing with you on YouTube and my blog, to the side. So that's sort of where my content stands right now. And that ties in with how often I'm posting. Like I said, the last month in particular has just been challenging with the napping situation, and she's been going through, like, we just came out of a growth spurt, and I think it's hard to know. And before that, there was like a developmental leap. They call them Wonder Weeks, which I'll talk about this in my next mommy update. But there was a lot going on where she needed a lot of constant skin to skin, like, time nursing with me, comfort nursing and actual eating. And it's just, I've been spending a lot of time in my nursing chair, my glider. Let's just say that anyway. But I do hope to post more. I do really miss it. I really do miss it. Now, another question I get asked a lot is if I'm going to vlog again. And I did touch on this in my last check-in video, which I'll throw up in a card for you. It was before she was born. And in that video, I was like, I'm not really sure how I'm going to feel about that. When she's born, I'll have to address it after that. I'm still feeling pretty protective of her. I do share little pictures of her a few times a week on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. I mean, whenever I post on Instagram, it just feeds automatically into my Facebook and Twitter. And I've been trying to keep up with you guys in the comments there. And I'm gonna circle back to the Instagram situation in a minute. And I just started snapping again. I'm on Snapchat. I'll write in my username here. It's Pretty Neat Living without the second I, just because of the character limit. I started snapping again just this past weekend because I realized how much I miss sharing casually with you. I really, really love vlogging. I love it. It just brings me joy. I love doing it. I love having those videos as kind of mementos, like video diaries for myself, for posterity, but I also just enjoy the act of filming and editing and sharing. I really enjoy that kind of sharing. The problem is, and I mean, I hate to say it, but the few have kind of ruined it for the many in this instance, and it's just, over the course of the last 5.5 years of my exploring different, like pushing different boundaries with myself on what I'm comfortable sharing, like how much I share, how often I share, I've come to pull back a lot over the past couple of years because of some unfortunate incidences where it just didn't feel safe. It didn't feel safe. 98% of you guys who are watching are wonderful, supportive, amazing people. Well, I would say about 95%. 95% of you are wonderful, amazing, supportive people. 4% of you, 4.5% of you are watching me, even though you don't like me, for reasons I do not understand. I mean, I have my theories about people, unhappy people, and how they need to find other outlets for their unhappiness rather than deal with it themselves. But I just personally can't imagine taking the time out of my day to watch somebody I can't stand. And then even going further and saying nasty things about that person or to other people about that person. I just don't understand that. But I can see where they're coming from a place of hurt. Anyway, so there's that. That's the 4.5%. And then 0.5% of those people are like absolute loony bin, crazy people who do seriously not cool things that make me question how much I want to share on the internet. This is a very small percentage of people, right? But it's still like these people exist, and it just makes me take a step back and go, okay, I need to pull back a lot because like the crazy's all up in here and I just can't risk that. So I don't mean to like sound overly dramatic. It really isn't that dramatic. It's such a small percent of the time, and it's such a small percent of the people, of the audience, of you guys. I hate calling it audience. That sounds so awful and distancing. I just don't know a better word for it. But it's true that it changes your perspective, and especially as a new mommy, and I've always been very protective of my family, and if you've been following me for years, then you've seen my progression of sharing over the years of my family has gotten progressively less and less. I used to share a lot more about my nieces and nephew, and even more about Dawn and my family, and I've felt compelled to pull back because I don't want to put anybody that I love in a position that I'm not comfortable with, regardless of whether they're comfortable with it or not. Of course, I always ask permission before I film anybody, even Dawn, or share anything about them, but it's just, I've just been feeling extra protective of them over the past couple of years, and increasingly so, and now super so. For example, my sister-in-law, Emily, did deliver her second child last month in February. Healthy, happy baby boy, and we are absolutely in love with him. I chose not to share. I actually chose not to share about it on social media because of the weird things happening in my Instagram lately. I think maybe because Instagram is the most anonymous of the social platforms, people feel like they can say stupid things and act ridiculously mean to each other because of it. I don't know, but it's just, I haven't wanted to post on Instagram as much lately, and it's just used to be my favorite platform, and now it's like, ugh. Every time I post the most mundane photo of like a teacup or something, it's like it starts a war in the comment section. And I don't even mind what people say, dumb things about me all the time. Like, whatever, who cares? I know not to care about that stuff. But it bothers me when it affects other people, when it's affecting, you guys are warring with each other, and it's just such a sad example of human nature, to be honest. And it's just sad. I just find it really sad that we can't just appreciate each other and appreciate sharing with each other, because it's what brings us closer together in this era of more distance with all of this technology and all of this instant gratification and needing to watch things and not paying attention to each other. Sharing with each other through technology is a way to kind of hold on to personal relationships a little bit, at least. And it's just, what can I say? I'm saddened by it when it dissolves into awfulness. So I don't really know what to do about that. If it was just me like that it was affecting, I would just ignore it because that's what I do anyway, but it's not just me, it's you guys too. So anyway, that's why I haven't posted about Emily's baby. I just knew that it was going to start this weird thing, and I just didn't want to put this sweet, innocent child, like, of course he wouldn't know, but it still is, I don't know, I didn't feel comfortable about it. But yes, he's here, he's happy, he's healthy, we love him, he's adorable. That's not to say I won't post about him in the future if Emily feels comfortable with it. Of course I will. I'd love to be able to share like some of the cousins interacting and stuff. It's just, whatever. It's just been, I just haven't wanted to because of that, even though I really deep down want to share those things. It's just hard to feel safe sharing those things. And I don't mean to sound overly dramatic, but at the same time, I don't mean to undermine the importance of protecting my loved ones. So there's that. So yes, I would love to vlog, and I'd love to share more with you guys, like day in, day out stuff that I used to share, just sharing casually. I miss that. I really, really do. I miss it, and that's why I've gone back to Snapchat, because it's a way for me to do that on a much, much, much smaller, very, 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 like, tiny, tiny scale. So that's why I've returned to Snapchat, and that's why I'm not vlogging actual vlogs right now. It just doesn't feel, I hate to say this, but it just doesn't feel safe. I'm not saying I've gotten any death threats or anything, but weird stuff has happened, man, and I'm not gonna go into it. It's just, it really makes me, I don't know, I just feel really protective of my family right now, and it's just been hard. I wish I could share more like I used to, but because of the way that things are I just can't. So I hope you guys understand that. I mean, I'm really bummed out about it. I'm super bummed out about it. I've been filming home videos for myself and my family instead, which is great. But I do love that added component of sharing with you guys too. So I hope to do that again in the future if I can find a way to feel more comfortable about it, or find a way to do it in a way that feels right. I will. And I like to say that I would, but I can't make any promises. So those were the kind of main points I wanted to talk about. I feel like this is kind of a downer video. Like, I don't mean to be such a downer, like a bummer man. But it is, I'm kind of bummed about it, to be honest. I wish I could vlog more, and I wish I could post more on Instagram without bracing myself for the deluge of ickiness that follows suit. I'm kind of considering just like scrapping Instagram altogether and just sticking with Facebook and Twitter. Although then, I don't know, are those gonna devolve into utter ickiness too? I'm not sure. I really don't know. It's not like the end of the world is happening in the comments, you guys. It's not like the worst things ever, but it just breaks my heart to see people just waste their time on negativity when our time in this world, on this planet, in this life, is so short and precious. Why would you waste even a second of it with just spreading negativity? I just can't. I can't do that. I can't. And it just breaks my heart when I see other people wasting their precious time doing that. Think of how much time somebody spends spreading negativity and cultivating that sort of environment. Think of how much more awesome their lives would be and this world would be if they spent that time, if they chose instead to be positive and cultivate love and acceptance and kindness. Like, can you imagine? It's like utopia, right? But it's human nature. I understand it. I just can't be it or do it or want to promote it or even like tolerate being a part of it because I posted something that has spurred it on myself. Like, I just don't like it. I don't know if any of you have any suggestions. I'm open to suggestions on the Instagram issue and the YouTube. And the negativity, and just, I know people are like, well, just ignore it. And I do for myself, honestly, I do. That stuff does not bother me. It maybe did a few years ago, here and there, but I got over that real fast, and since then it's just been like, well, whatever. But it's just seeing it play out is between other people just breaks my heart, and I just don't want to be a part of it in any way, even if I'm not a willing participant, which I never am. So that's my piece. Wow, this feels like such a downer. I'm sorry, you guys. In other news, I'm doing really well. I'm really happy. I love my baby. I love my family. I've been cooped up in this house for 3 months, and I'm so excited that we're kind of getting out of this newborn phase. Once her naps start to fall into somewhat of predictability, I hope to get out with her and join some mommy groups and meet some other mommies locally and make some new friends. And I'm really, like, for the first time in a long time, I'm like, I want to go out and make friends, and that's huge for me because I am like not good at new social situations, but I've come a long way over the past few years, and now as like a mommy, I'm feeling even more confident that I just want to be able to connect with people like in real life, like actual physical situations where I'm like with other people and we're hanging out. Like, I want to do that more now, so I'm looking forward to that. And kind of being able to get Cece into new environments where she can interact with other children her age and try new things, and loving this weather, being outside with her every day helps so much, makes me feel like a real person, and I think the fresh air is good for all of us. So doing really well. I'll be back with updates soon. I can't believe it's almost the end of March already, so I'll have my favorites video, my normal favorites video, my mama favorites video will be a few weeks after that, but then I'll have our, next week, hopefully, I'll have my 3-month CC update for you guys. And like I said, there's so much I want to share right now, so much I want to post, but a lot of it is mommy related because, again, that's sort of where I am in my life right now. I'm fully immersed in that, but I know that with time, I'll be able to start picking up other bits of my life that aren't just baby related. So I want to thank all of you who have stuck by me and been so supportive and sweet and wonderful and patient with me while I've been navigating this new territory. I've just thrown myself like 100% whole hog into mamahood, and I appreciate you understanding that and knowing that, you know, I care about you guys too, and I really care about sharing with you guys, and I will be back in a more regular way. I just don't know how, I just don't know when, but I'm gonna do my best. And I can't say enough how much I appreciate all of you who say such kind things and offer such wonderful support and share your stories with me and share your advice and your input and your tips. It means so much to me, you guys. It really does. I don't know if that comes across really well on the internet, but I am so grateful for all that you guys share with me. So please continue to do so if you feel moved to do so. And in the meantime, if you want to check me out on Snapchat, that's, you know, like I said, I already have that information for you. And I'm trying to post a bit more on Twitter and be a bit more active on Facebook. And I'm kind of shying away from Instagram, so I'm not sure what to do about the Instagram situation. But I will continue to share, and I do hope to blog more as well. I'm like really wanting to get into blogging more. So hopefully these things will all start to unfold with time, and I just appreciate you guys so much. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Sorry for like the weird bummerness of this video, but I hope what I am imparting to you at the end here is that I still so enjoy sharing with you, and it is such a passion of mine, and I just love interacting with you, and it brings me joy, and I need to find a way to do that. It's a constant evolution, right? As my channel grows, that sounds so stupid, but you know what I mean. As there's more of you watching and reading and following me, there's just a different dynamic, and I just need to kind of roll with it and kind of figure out new ways to share. And so I appreciate your patience while I do so and while I navigate new mamahood. And yes, I hope you guys are all well and enjoying spring. It's officially spring. Happy spring. The sun is shining. It's not warm out, but at least the sun is out. I want you to know that you mean a lot to me, and thank you. Thank you for being here and sharing with me too. So that's my piece. I gotta go. My baby just woke up from her nap, so I will see you guys real soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.